The famous JD's nightclub was located on Scottsdale Road just south of Curry, right down in the riverbed. The double-decker club featured live country music on the main level and live rock and roll and rhythm and blues music down in the basement. With a capacity to hold about 3,000 people, this was the jewel of Arizona nightclubs in the mid-60s. JD's opened in 1964 with packed houses and legendary musical performances. JD's was the vision of Jim Musil, a veteran nightclub and restaurant owner who had moved to Arizona in 1948 and had run many places around town before opening up his dream nightclub. JD stands for James David, Musil's first and middle names. The era of the Beatles was just beginning, and the go-go early 60s were giving way to the new musical sounds of maverick country and rock and roll music. JD's had the most cutting-edge outlaw country music upstairs and the hippest new rock music downstairs. Jim Musil saw the trends and made sure he was at the forefront of the new energy. Jim's son, Jim Jr., was a young and hip promoter who quickly took to the music business and began promoting and recording the stars who were playing in the club. He brought in many top national performers. A deal was made with the great Waylon Jennings and the Wailers to play the upstairs country level, and many of the top local rock bands would play downstairs. Waylon played 7 nights a week for the first few years. Bands like Phil and the Frantics, Mike Metco and the Nocturnals, and Mike Condello would be rocking in the basement. The club's distinctive sign even won an award as the best sign in America. Being in the river bottom, it was not a big surprise when a major flood closed the club for several weeks in 1965. Jim Musil Sr. passed away in 1968. Jim Jr. took over and eventually left the club in 1971. The club continued on under various names. It was called Scene West when a fire gutted the building in 1976. It was rebuilt as Fridays and Saturdays and became a retail store in 1978. JD's was the premier local musical venue of the time, and they've earned their place in Arizona entertainment history.